Hello friends and welcome to another video. Today we are doing another journal with me and we have two spreads that I am making today. As you can see by maybe the sticker sheet, one of the spreads is a Barbie theme after the Barbie movie, and then the other theme is going to be about one of the most recent books that I read. So it'll be kind of like a reading journal entry, except from this is just my everything journal instead. So I hope you enjoy, and if you do, please like and subscribe the video. It really means a lot, and if you are a regular visitor, then thank you so much for joining me again. So for the first spread, of course, it is a Barbie theme, and I got this sticker sheet from Maragona Suli Art, and I love her sticker sheets. You've probably seen me use them lots of times before. And she actually released this sticker sheet quite a while ago, but I never ended up picking it up the first time she released it, and then ever since then I just regretted it. So on her most recent shop update, I finally bought it, and I bought it with the intention of journaling with the girl stickers because I watched the Barbie movie when it came out and I absolutely loved it. Like, I had so much fun watching it and I can't wait to watch it again. It was just so aesthetically pleasing, the cinematography was so nice, and I think they really captured the essence of Barbie really well. I also really liked about the film that there was kind of a lot of girl humour that lots of girls have experienced in the past, and just the whole kind of story behind the movie and kind of the things that it was telling the viewers, if you like, I thought were really good. And yeah, it was really inspiring and it made me feel really happy watching it, even though it was quite emotional at some points. Like the bit at the end where there's the Billie Eilish song, I was like trying to hold it together in the cinema. So I think next time I watch it I'll probably end up crying because I won't be holding it in because I'm in public. And yeah, everyone that I've spoken to has loved the film as well, and I really want my boyfriend to watch it with me. So when we can watch it at home, that's what we're going to do. And he was kind of a bit reluctant at first, but we've got a deal where if he watches it, then I'll watch something that he's been trying to get me to watch for ages that I'm not too fussed about. But I do generally think that he will enjoy it when he watches it. As well, the movie, the soundtrack is so good. I've listened to the album quite a lot afterwards. But back to the spread. You can see me sticking down the main Barbie sticker from the sheet. Well, this is the one that I think she looks like classic Barbie the most. And I'm actually using a new stamp set that I just recently got, and it's part of the Notebook Therapy Suki Lucky Bag that they do every year. And this is actually my first time purchasing it. I have never thought to buy it before. I've kind of been intrigued, but I didn't really want to buy something and then not really like what was inside. So I felt like it was a bit of a risk, but then when they announced that it was a fairy tale theme, I was like, surely it can't go wrong with a fairy tale theme. And a lot of the whimsical themes that they've done in the past, just with their general stationery, I've really enjoyed and liked. I haven't bought them, but I really liked them, so I decided to treat myself to the Lucky Bag. And honestly, everything inside it is so nice. I'm really glad that I bought it. I was talking to one of my patrons who had also purchased it, and she said that she watched loads of the unboxing videos from the previous years, and I did exactly the same thing, and that kind of just persuaded me to get it in the end. So yes, you'll see me use a few things in both these spreads because I really just wanted to use the new stationery and just start using it. So the stamp set I think is maybe one of my favourite things out of all of the goodies, and the little text stamp felt like it would go really well with this theme. And then to add some extra detail onto the spread, I wanted to just use some different pink floral stickers, just the see-through pet tape type, and I didn't have that many pink stickers in general to use because pink isn't really a colour that I go for when I'm crafting. I mean, you've definitely seen me use it before, but I don't have that much pink stationery, so I was just kind of finding things that people had sent me, like the two big floral stickers that kind of frame the right hand side. They were gifted to me by, I think, someone that sent a PO box letter. And then I just used the pink paper, which is from a paper pad from South Green. And then I just used the pink floral stickers from AliExpress. On the left hand side of the page, I really wanted to add this quote, which is of course from the very emotional scene in the movie, which goes with the Billie Eilish song, and I just really love that song. So I wanted to kind of focus this part of the spread about it, and it's kind of what I always had in mind when I first imagined journaling about the Barbie movie. And this lettering isn't my finest work, but it's fine, it's not the worst either. And with the sticker sheet, I originally, when I first started doing this spread, I was going to add the blue Barbie as well on the bottom left hand corner of the spread, but I didn't in the end just because I basically forgot to. So I was going to kind of organise the whole page around it and obviously try and do the composition so that it would fit the sticker, but I just forgot to add it and just did it without it. So I'm going to save that one for a future Barbie spread, because I'll probably make another spread once I've rewatched the film with my boyfriend, so I kind of want to save it for that. Then I just used some different paper scraps that I had left over from the spread, like this music sheet and this pink paper, just to kind of decorate the top a little bit. And then I was trying to find some different pink stickers as well, and I found these ones in my collection that I bought from AliExpress, I think last year or maybe even before. And they are really pretty, but I've only got a few left, so I feel like I need to use them now so that I've got a spare pocket, because there's definitely some other stickers that could go in this folder. So I feel like I need to use them up or just send them to pen pals so that I can use the extra pocket for storage. I think all the little stickers on the sticker sheet really kind of go with the theme, and I think that she captured the essence of Barbie really well in it. And I actually used to be a huge Barbie fan when I was a kid. I used to have the pink like Beetle toy car, and I also used to have the Barbie horse set, which was like a big horse and a stable, and it used to have this thing where if you like wet its hair it would change its colour, so you could like brush its hair and make it have like different coloured hair. And I used to really like that. And then as I got older, I kind of went on to Bratz, which was kind of like the thing when I was a kid. So I used to have a lot of Bratz as well, like Bratz Rock Angels. That was my jam when I was a kid. And if you have no idea what I'm on about, then I'm sorry, but yeah, that was kind of like my childhood. So if you're the same age as me, then maybe you'll be able to relate. But I don't have any of my Barbie stuff now. I think my mum gave it away when I was it was a very long time ago now. I'm like 27 now, so many years ago. So I just used these little details to kind of decorate the bits on the spread, and then used some stamps to add a bit of extra decoration. And this little castle one is also from the Notebook Therapy new stamp set, which I think is really pretty. And I know there's not really any castles in the film as far as I can remember, but I was kind of going for the vibe of, you know, Barbie's life is a fairy tale and it's not real, and so I was just kind of adding those fairy tale elements into the spread because I felt like it was kind of a link there that I would be able to use. So this is the finished first spread, and it's very pink, very Barbie, and I really like how this one came out. And I would definitely do some more Barbie themes in the future because it was really fun to make. So now we need to go on to the second spread, which is a very different colour palette. It is a very different vibe. So the last one was obviously very girly, very pink. Well, the second spread is going to be dark academia because this is going to be a kind of a reading journal entry, even though it's not a reading journal. I just have one journal for everything. But it was the first book that I read in a very long time because I used to read a lot. Like when I was a kid, I was always reading. In the summer holidays, I would read like so many books. And then I also used to be a librarian before I was a teacher. But then since teaching, like I just do not have the time to read. And I ended up reading this book via Spotify so that I would be able to get a audiobook with my subscription that I already had. So I kind of had a little look to see what books were available, and this one popped up as one of the most popular ones because it said it was like very popular on TikTok, and I've definitely heard some people talk about it before, and I do really like dark academia kind of fantasy stories, which is strange because I never actually used to. I really used to like crime and like thriller type things or romance, but all that I've read in the past few years is kind of fantasy stuff, and that all stemmed from me reading the Shadow and Bone trilogy and absolutely loving it. So that kind of sparked my interest in this kind of theme. So I wanted to create a journal spread about it to just kind of celebrate the fact I actually finished a book and just kind of document it. So it is, as you can see, the Atlas 6, and I think you pronounce her name Olivia Blake, or it might be different, I don't know. I'm sure someone will tell me how to pronounce it in the comments. So I had this sticker sheet from Artimation Co, which I ordered I think over a year ago. I actually bought this sticker sheet with some others, kind of with the idea to use them for Mailtober, but then I never actually ended up using this because I ended up making a lot of my own stickers this year, a lot more than I expected to, which is good, of course. So I ended up using a lot of those instead, which means I have a lot of these little sticker sheets left over, and I feel like they're kind of a little bit too small to use on some of my pen pal envelopes. So I decided to try and save them for my journal, and I have been using some of them in my traveler's notebook horizontal, but then I saw these and I was like, oh, these are perfect to kind of do a spread about this book. I really like the window sticker and like the girl carrying the books, and that's kind of what I imagine the characters to look like as they are kind of walking around their secret society. So yeah, I'm going to talk about the book a little bit now, my thoughts. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, so you don't have to worry. And if you have read this, then please let me know what you thought of the story in the comments. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed this book, but I didn't love this book because I don't know if it was the audiobook that kind of put me off it, but because there were so many different characters in this story and it kind of flits between them, I find that quite difficult to keep up with anyway if there's quite a few of them. And well, obviously there's 6 characters that it jumps between. I think there might even be another couple that they add in at some point in the story. So the actors, like the voice actors reading out the story, they kept changing all the time, but then they would be then using their voices to voice the other characters whenever they were having conversations, and it just got so confusing, all the different voices, and some of them like sounded so different. Like one person would speak as the main character and then one of the other actors would voice the main character as they were being another character, if that makes any sense at all. And it just sounded really weird. I don't know how to explain it, but it was really off-putting at first, and it took a while to kind of get used to it. and the first half of the story, at least like the first third of it, I feel like not much really happened and I was kind of getting a bit bored. And then there was one scene where like it all kicked off and then it just kind of got better from there. So that kind of made me keep listening to it, because at one point I was actually going to put it down and kind of try something else out, but yeah, it kind of got a little bit better. And then the last chapter or two, they were really good. I really enjoyed those. There was lots going on, there was plot twists. It was just kind of a shame that it didn't happen sooner. So that kind of was a bit of a letdown. But then obviously when I finished the book, it was a good ending. I did enjoy it. And there is another book which I realised after I'd finished, because it kind of ended on a bit of a cliffhanger. So I don't know if to have a little listen to that, because it's not available on Spotify, which is where I listened to this one. It's only available in German for some reason. So I can't listen to the next one. And I don't know if I want to read it like as a book, because I have a few books that I need to read already. I have the Ninth House book, which I really want to read and I need to get started on. So I will probably read that first before I consider reading the second in this series. And sorry if I'm not using like the right terminology when I'm talking about books, because I'm not used to kind of giving book reviews or talking about what books I've read, because I don't really read books that often. I wish I still did, because I used to like really enjoy it, but it's just, yeah, I just don't have the time to do it, sadly. But I did listen to this audiobook when I was driving to work and back, so I think I could definitely do that again. But the only issue is that sometimes, because I was half asleep in the morning, I was just kind of like not really listening to what they were saying and just kind of away with the fairies. So yeah, if it's one way you can't really miss anything, that might be an issue in the future. So with this spread, I just wanted to add a lot of little details, and the stamp set from Notebook Therapy actually went perfectly with this spread, because it's got the little book with the moon, and then it's got the like hardback book with the floral detailing in the bottom left hand corner, and I really love that stamp. And then the Once Upon a Time stamp is from the set as well, and that one is so nice, but it just didn't come out too well because I think there was a Instax picture kind of in the background on one of the other pages, which was a problem. So it didn't come up too well, but I do really like this one. I feel like it does capture the book quite well with the dark academia and then kind of the magical celestial elements. So yeah, it's just very different to the Barbie spread, but I really like this one. I also want to show you this washi set because I was actually going to use it in my reading spread, but then I went for kind of like a different sticker sheet. But this is the set from the Lucky Bag, and I cannot wait to use these washi tapes. Like, look at the stained glass window one, that is so pretty. So you'll definitely see me use those in the future. And the Notebook Therapy stuff is not sponsored, by the way. I bought them all myself. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed me creating these spreads. And if you did, then please like and let me know which one was your favourite. Are you more of the pink kind of person, or are you more leaning towards the dark academia? And let me know if there's any journal spreads you want to see me create in the future as well, because I'm all for creating journal spreads at the moment. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.